Hi you, this video is about the beautiful rose. Get ready for a new fancy party intro with shirt ad. Roses are flowering plants belonging to the genus Rosa and the family Rosaceae. There are over 300 species and tens of thousands of cultivars, making them one of the most popular and diverse plants in the world. They can be erect shrubs, climbing plants, or trailing, with stems that are often armed with sharp prickles. The flowers of roses vary in size and shape and are usually large and showy, in colors ranging from white through yellows and reds. Most species are native to Asia, with smaller numbers native to Europe, North America, and northwestern Africa. Roses are widely grown for their beauty, fragrance, and cultural significance. The leaves of roses are borne alternately on the stem and are typically 5 to 15 centimeters long, with 5 to 9 leaflets and basal stipules. Most roses are deciduous, but a few are evergreen or nearly so. The flowers of most species have 5 petals, with the exception of Rosa sericea, which usually has only 4. Each petal is divided into 2 distinct lobes and is usually white or pink, though in a few species, they are yellow or red. Beneath the petals are 5 sepals, or in the case of some Rosa sericea, 4. These may be long enough to be visible when viewed from above and appear as green points alternating with the rounded petals. There are multiple superior ovaries that develop into achenes. Roses are insect-pollinated in nature. The aggregate fruit of the rose is a berry-like structure called a rose hip. The hips of most species are red, but a few, such as Rosa pimpinellifolia, have dark purple to black hips. Each hip comprises an outer fleshy layer, the hypanthium, which contains 5 to 160 seeds embedded in a matrix of fine, but stiff, hairs. Rose hips of some species, especially the dog rose and rugosa rose, are very rich in vitamin C, among the richest sources of any plant. The hips are eaten by fruit-eating birds, which then disperse the seeds in their droppings. Some birds, particularly finches, also eat the seeds. The sharp growths along a rose stem, though commonly called thorns, are technically prickles, outgrowths of the epidermis, unlike true thorns, which are modified stems. Rose prickles are typically sickle-shaped hooks, which aid the rose in hanging onto other vegetation when growing over it. Some species, such as Rosa rugosa and Rosa pimpinellifolia, have densely packed straight prickles, probably an adaptation to reduce browsing by animals, but also possibly an adaptation to trap wind-blown sand and reduce erosion and protect their roots. The name rose comes from Latin rosa, which was perhaps borrowed from oskin, from Greek. Rodon, itself borrowed from Old Persian wrd, wordy, related to Avestan var? A. Sogdian ward, Parthian War. The oldest remains of roses are from the late Eocene fluorescent formation of Colorado. Roses were present in Europe by the early Oligocene. Today's garden roses come from 18th century China. Among the old Chinese garden roses, the Old Blush group is the most primitive, while newer groups are the most diverse. Roses have been cultivated for ornamental and utilitarian purposes for thousands of years. Most ornamental roses are hybrids bred for their flowers. They are also used for commercial cut flower crops and landscape plants. Roses are used in perfumery, and rose oil and rose water are extracted from their petals. In addition, rose hips are used for food and drink, such as rose hip syrup, and rose water is used in Middle Eastern, Persian, and South Asian cuisine. The flower stems, young shoots, and petals are edible and are used for flavoring or scenting food. Some species and parts of roses are generally recognized as safe under the American Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want.
Buy our shirts to support us if you want. Thanks.